Hi students, welcome to the week 12 overview video for our writing project 2. That's where we're at. And we're at the part of the writing process where we will be seeking feedback and giving a little feedback. So let's take a look. This week you're going to see a couple links in the folder back to things that you might want to look at without having to dig back through. Things like the original assignment sheet and all of those type of things. So you will have that access to that. And this is going to be where you go back into the original assignment link where you submitted your draft so you can go back and do the peer review assignments. So remember when we do the peer review and you go back in, my version might look a little different than yours. But once you get into the instructions, you will see the peer review worksheet. So don't forget, y'all, you don't just put in a little whatever you want to say to get credit for this assignment. You have to use the worksheet. So make sure you do that. Follow all the instructions that are there for you. And again, peer review can be a little messy if you may find that you don't have 2 papers to review. You may find that you don't receive two papers back, depending, because it depends on other students. And that is a reminder why you may want to, if you haven't done so yet, go into the brain views, which is also linked in here, down here. And if you haven't done that yet, go send it off and get some feedback from your tutors. That is a human source of feedback for you. Okay, so that will be one of the major assignments you're doing this week too, to participate in that review process. The other thing I want to say is y'all should not be using AI to do these peer review assignments. That defeats the whole purpose of this. And yes, it's very obvious when you use AI. And remember, it is unethical to do that. You don't have that person's permission to do that. They can put their own paper in AI and do that themselves if they want. So you're giving them nothing when you use AI for this assignment, okay? We are going to use AI, but not for this. All right, the other assignment you have to do is the self-evaluation. Now, I know this week there was a little glitch where it looked like you got a 0 on it. I hadn't even assigned it yet, so I had to go back in and fix a thing or two. So it should be refreshed. It should be open and available for you, but if you have any issues, let me know. And again, for this assignment, you're going to be uploading your paper and doing the review on your own draft. And then on down here, the last thing you're going to do this week is a journal assignment. I have a handout here that you can use. And download or review it on using AI for feedback, okay? So this is a resource that tells you how to do this, okay? Ethically, responsibly, there's things you need to do if you use AI for feedback. And some of this is just examples and kind of breaking things down for you. So I do have that handout here, but the other thing in the journal assignment, this is going to be where you actually put it into practice. So you are being asked to use AI for this assignment. Now, if you don't have access to AI due to restrictions at your school, I get that every now and then, or you have any kind of issues, let me know and I can try to find an alternative way around it, or find another way that you can get feedback. So let me know if you have any issues with that. But there's 3 steps. You have to make a prompt. You have to, document. I used the word record, but probably document is better. Document the conversation. Write your reflection. And then everything you need to do to submit. Okay, so you're going to end that week with, and that's going to be, by the time we finish this up, we'll be entering and we start to enter the one where you revise and submit the final draft. That will be around, that will be released the week before break, and then it won't be due until we come back from break. So you will have kind of a gap there, just, they'll give you a little breathing room, but just kind of be aware of what's coming, you know, look back at the schedule and kind of plan ahead and kind of see where you are for that, okay? All right, guys, well, that is it for now. I will let you get to your work, and if you have questions or need help, as always, please reach out.